Hello everyone and welcome back to Circus Tutorials. In today's tutorial we'll be teaching you how to spin a plate on a stick. So before we get started, as always, we're going to have something that we can learn and practice with. So this is a simple plate from Henry Juggling. Most plastic spinning plates like this that you can get online will range anywhere between $5 to $10, so it's a very cheap piece of equipment compared to a lot of other juggling and circus equipment. You can also get metal plates. So this is an aluminum plate. There are a couple different companies that make some metal plates out there. I don't remember which company this one was by because I actually got it at a magic convention and it was unlabeled. So the thing that's nice about these styles of plates is that they're made specifically for spinning, so they'll actually balance pretty well by themselves. There's a little bit of wobble because they're not spinning. And this will help get the hang of getting it started when you're first starting out. I will also show a couple other options later on in the video for once you get a little bit more advanced. So now that we have a plate, the easiest version is where you just put the plate on the stick and give it a spin. And that's all there is to it. You can also tap the edge to keep it going, but this is by far the simplest and easiest version for most people to get the hang of. Once we get the hang of that, there are two other options to get the plate spinning. The one that I did at the introduction of the video, where you grab onto the plate, give it a good spin, and then catch it either on the stick or back on your finger. This can be a little tricky because if you don't catch it right in the center, it tends to drift out to the outer lip, which we'll talk about why there's a lip in just a second. Toss, catch. This gives it a good amount of speed, and so it'll spin for quite a while this way. Especially if you watch my ball spinning video, the technique is the same, where you grab it, get it spinning nice and flat. So you can actually use this to get the technique for spinning a ball as well. And like I said, the other option is, of course, catching it on your finger. So you can see right there, I didn't catch it right in the center, and then because my finger is stickier than the end of the stick, it drifted off. So, drifting off right now. A little humid, so it's not wanting to cooperate. But you get the idea. So I mentioned there is a lip on the outer edge of the plate. So same thing with the aluminum one, there is a lip. And that is so we can do it the fancy way, the cool way. So this is the traditional way you would see plate spinning, where it's on the edge of the stick and you spin it around like that. And then you can also get it to go to the center. This is definitely a feel-based skill. Once you get the feel for it once or twice, you'll be able to keep it going and be able to do it. But until then, it feels very awkward and like it won't happen. And then all of a sudden you'll just have that one where it'll feel different and then you can do it. It's very strange, but trust me, that's how it goes. So the way this works is you hold the end of the stick very loosely. You don't want to hold it nice and rigid, you want it nice and loose. The end of the stick that you're not holding onto, the top end, goes around in a big circle. And the feeling that I explain to people is think of the end of the stick going around the plate like that. You don't want the plate going around the stick. So you can practice just getting the feel for it like this, nice and loose, round and round and round. Because then once it's in the air, it's that same thing. So when I say the stick's going around the plate, if you notice the plate's kind of in one spot, just kind of hanging out there. If the plate is swinging around like that, you're holding the end of the stick way too hard. Loosen up. Don't force it, just let this stick go around and it'll stay in one spot. So to get this started, there's a couple different ways. You can put it on the edge of the plate like this, give it a little bit of a swing, and then once it flattens out a bit, have it start going around. Not all plates you can do that with though. Not all of them have a big enough lip that'll just hang out there. So with those, you have to hold onto the plate and then give it a little bit of a spin yourself. So you can either do this by holding it flat and giving a turn in, or holding it upright and giving a little bit of a swing around. The technique's going to be a little bit different from plate to plate, so practice with what you got and figure out what works for you. To get it to the center, once it's spinning flat, all that you have to do is give a little snap and it'll find the center. Now this is only for plates designed for spinning that have a little bit of a dimple there. If they do not have a dimple, it will not find the center, obviously, because there's no center for it to fall into. And the reason I mention that is because I'm going to show you some different options that you can do this same trick with. So if you're looking to learn and get the feel for it, but you don't want to wait for a spinning plate to arrive or you can't order one, there are a couple different things you can do. One, you can find some different plates or cookie sheets or pans, things of that nature from different stores, and get used to the spinning technique where you get it going around the plate. And I'm going to show you that right now with a lid from a 5-gallon bucket. So you can pick these up at like Home Depot and Lowe's. It's just a plastic lid. As you can see, there's dirt on it because I didn't bother cleaning it up for this little portion, but there's a little bit of a lip so we can get the stick going around, just like before. There's not enough of a lip that I can really easily start it. I might be able to, but not gonna really try for this video. So I'm gonna hold it up, give it a little spin around, and get the plate going around. Now this is a little awkward because it's so big, but indeed you can get it going around and get the feel for spinning a plate. Another option that you can do is use a rug, a small towel. And so this is just a 2 small towels sewn together into a spinning cloth. You can also find some of these online. This one was a homemade one because I got bored. But same idea of getting it to go around. You just place the stick a little off center and you can get it to, and there we go. Open up and go around. A cool thing with this is you can also put a needle at the end of your stick and then it'll really stick there, and then you can actually get it going out sideways in front of you. All based on the same idea of getting the stick to go around, and you can try it with a couple different things. If you watch some videos online, generally you'll see some guys do it on a big platform with bowls or plates, and they'll go around and make sure that they're all spinning. Same thing, getting it to go around. And we're gonna leave you with one other little thing that you guys can try, is once you get the plate spinning, you can give it a toss and a catch by just tossing the air and catching it back on the center of the stick. Now this can be done obviously with a regular spinning plate where it just catches back in the center, or you can even do it with keeping it spinning. You just have to spin it, catch it, then keep it spinning. So this can also be done with a rug or the lid from the 5-gallon bucket as well. And with that, that is going to be the video. Hopefully you enjoyed it and you got some use out of it, learned something new. And if you liked it, please do all the YouTube things. We do appreciate it. As well as if you have some future videos on a trick or a prop that you'd like to see, leave those down below. We do take your comments into consideration when making future videos. With that, my name is Chuck Clark and this has been Circus Tutorials, and we'll see you in the next one.